Yeah, this is the deck I made. Yeah, all of it. It's purely intuition based. So it's not like, you have to be a specific whatever to use it. It's solely your intuition and how you interpret it. And I'm going to be using them in both my readings today. So I'm excited. Um, so, speaking of that, let me go ahead and show you guys all the decks I'm going to be using for the first one. Because I'm going to be doing both how to step into your power. Pick a card, because I feel like a lot of that's kind of confusing right now, and a lot of people are trying to step into the energy that helps them, and it can be quite confusing, especially with how heavy a lot of this stuff is. And Uranus and Venus are conjunct on Thursday, followed by Mars moving into Cancer on Friday, and then the Scorpio full moon happening on Monday. So there's just a lot, and plus everything is now officially in Taurus today. Both Venus, Mercury, and Sun are in Taurus, so everything's scooted into Taurus. So this week's like a big boom of new energy. Thank you, Sam. Trying to remember if I have the link on here. I think, yeah, I have it on here. I couldn't remember if I put it on there or not, but I have this deck, the Soul Speak, and these are all original art, sayings, all that kind of stuff. I have the Soul Speak Oracle. I have Gaia's Grace affirmation deck, and I just released the Inner Child Healing Oracle. So I have those three up in my shop right now, and I'm currently working on a fourth oracle, and once I finish that one, I'm going to start working on a tarot deck. So it's like I'm getting I'm getting stuff. That's why I've been so busy. I've been in major creative mode right now, and finally doing something I always wanted to do. And I'm not gonna lie, I got this in the mail and I was giddy like the whole day, because it was like my first deck I ever made, and it made me realize it was the first art I ever really released for sale on a public platform. So it was a weird feeling, but it was so exciting. Thank you so much, Sam. Like, I mean, obviously there's a lot of personal life stuff going on, but this right here has been like a huge thing I've been working on for months, like these oracle decks, and I keep getting more ideas, and it's like I write all of them down and I'm trying to get to all of them on top of everything else. So plus, going live with you guys, changing my stuff up so much, and a bunch of other endeavors I'm getting into. It's like I'm trying to find the balance. And right now it is not quite there yet. I'm figuring it out, but I think I'm starting to get there, because I'm starting to go to bed earlier and wake up earlier, which usually is me finding rhythm once that starts happening. So my body's trying to tell me that I'm starting to get into there. But so like I was saying, I'm going to be doing two pick-a-cards: the How to Step Into Your Power and Urgent Messages You Need Right Now. So for the first one, For the stepping into your power, this is going to be more a reading about like blockages might come up, but it's mainly meant, I want to show you guys strengths that you have that you may be doubting yourselves with, and how to start accessing that strength, because our power comes from our core, our soul, and our confidence. And I've been learning a lot through creating that you have to let go of a lot of things that some people would come in and be like, oh, that's not good enough, or you'll never do anything. With this one, with my decks, what I've been doing is I'm creating by myself. No one's seeing it until I release it, and that's it. It's like I don't really want that much input. I might say a little bit if, you know, something might seem a little off to me and get like outside input, but I barely have been doing that. So it's like I want it to be organic, but also not like outside opinions telling me what to do. Like I want to do what I want, and this is the first time I've allowed that. And this is the kind of energy I want to hopefully pull out for you guys, because it's a journey to do this. Like obviously I'm not saying like, oh, like I learned the whole thing. I'm like, I'm in the process of learning this and still staying true to it. That's the thing, is once you start it, it's staying true to it, and that's where the power comes in. So I am going to be using my deck that I made for one of the decks that we're going to do today, and we're also going to be doing the Dream Oracle cards as well, and then the Gaia Oracle, the True Black Tarot, which I'm freaking in love with if you guys haven't noticed lately, and the Sea Melodies affirmations for the stepping into your power. Reading. So now it's time for me to pick crystals for you guys. I'm really, and I'll show all of these up close to you guys, but first group, hi hun, happy Monday to you too. First group is gonna be our blue fluorites. Second group, if I can reach it, there we go. Second group is gonna be the Smokey Flames. Like I said, I'll show all them closer after I pick them. Third group, we're gonna do our Smokey Amethyst. And this fourth group is very indecisive between what it needs, because I keep being pulled to the Pyrite but also the Carnelian. There might be a lot of messages in pile 4. I'm gonna put both of them. I know this is weird, I know this doesn't really happen, but I'm gonna go with what I'm being pulled to do over here. So we're gonna have Carnelian and Pyrite over here, because for some reason it's like it's not being a clear thing between the two, and they're not supposed to be separate. It's like I said, I don't understand this one, but if you're feeling pulled to that, I would say prepare yourself for a long pile, because that just seems like it's going to have a lot of messages in there. But let me go ahead and show you guys up close. So for our first group, our blue fluorites with all the rainbows. our second group with the smoky quartz with all the rainbows. Third group, Amethyst, Smokey Amethyst, with all of her beautiful rainbows. Well, what? Hey, you never know. Some people I know do listen to stuff all the way through, and like different messages come out in different piles. So if you want to listen the whole thing and like there's certain parts that really smack you, like, oh, like that's definitely me. Like, it's whatever way your intuition pulls you to stuff. And then for our fourth group, we have this chunky Carnelian flame. Nice and peachy on the back, but really nice and dark orange and dark red on the front. And also what wanted to come out with it is the Pyrite cluster. And like I said, I'm just gonna go with whatever happens in this pile, because it seemed like you guys more than likely probably need both. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. My blue fluorites. What do you got going on? We're gonna step into some power over here. See what's going on with you guys. So you guys got school, and it says examine your beliefs about being tested. This is actually really interesting because this is pretty much saying, like, kind of reevaluate how you view the lessons you're being handed in your life. Like, are you viewing them as punishment, or are you viewing them as teaching moments? Because having school energy is being the student. Being willing to learn. Some of you could be stuck, not being able to move forward because you're being so pessimistic about everything instead of seeing what you're learning from it. Like, if people fall away, you're learning. And I just saw something in here in this card. This top part where the light's coming out looks like an eyeball. Like, you know, the pupil, the iris, like that whole thing in a light just beaming down. But it's making me more think of, this is, once again, examining. This is perception. Some of you are really stuck in the belief that the reason bad things keep happening to you is because it's just, you know, that's just what it is. And that completely zaps your power. I mean, it's like you feel like you have nothing if that's what you're going off of. This could also be for some of you. The way to start learning, like, where you might be stuck in beliefs, is to try learning different things. Things you might have shut yourself off to. Talking to people you might have shut yourself off to because you felt like you had nothing in common. Not toxic people. I'm not talking about opening up to toxic people. I'm saying, like, you know, possibly people you felt you no longer had anything in common with. You might not need to strike up a full blown conversation, and obviously, this is only for the people this applies to. But it could be that you guys had differing opinions at one time, and you guys probably both changed since then. So, a conversation would really open your eyes, and possibly you'll be able to see things differently because they probably went through things that made them have to mature also. It'll probably help you with this belief over here about the lessons you're being handed. And so the next one you guys get over here is party, which is celebrate yourself. And even though it's not in this card, it's really weird. I keep looking at this card and seeing the shape of a heart, and it's not actually in the card, but I just keep visualizing a heart. And then there's these people like holding hands and doing this, and it's really strange because there's a lot of people celebrating, but it's like I feel like other people see a side of you that you don't, and you don't celebrate these areas of yourself because you're stuck in this mindset. Being more open and more loving with yourself, especially anything you might have put up out of protection that you feel like, you know, you're in this area where you just lied to a bunch of people and what they love is the lie. Just start allowing yourself to open up some. Start looking at this from different perspectives of how these people care about you. And the thing is, it probably hurts more because they might know more than you think. And they still accept you. It's just that you think since you haven't said anything, no one knows anything. This is something, and plus I'm seeing school and party. There's a lot of congregation. There's a lot of people involved here. It's not like a solo thing. Even though it's talking about your beliefs and being more comfortable with yourself, these are like gathering type energies. And childhood home. Remember where you're from and who you really are. And this right here is really interesting because it's almost like she's trying to come out of a cave and she's trudging through water. To go, this even in itself, childhood home, is still not being alone. If anything, this is going school, groups of people with party. Childhood home is like, you know, family and neighborhood. There's a lot here about community for you guys, and I feel like there's a lot of people. Ooh, okay, then I'm gonna take the first upright one because everything else decided it wanted to have a heyday. But this right here is trying to show you guys there's a lot of people around you that are paying attention a lot more than you realize. And the reason you're not understanding it is you're at this strange place with yourself. Like you can't even remember who you are, basically. This is the one that jumped out over here. This key card. Seek no further. Your aha moment is at hand. You guys have been struggling for a bit, and you're getting really close to a breakthrough. And that's why it just seems like people are coming out of the woodwork. And that's usually what happens when you're getting closer to understanding something about yourself. People that you haven't heard from in forever start showing up, in like whether it's good or irritating, whatever emotion it brings up. People just start showing up. Whether they're showing up to help you or they're showing up to be a hater, whichever way they're showing up. Not everyone's going to celebrate you, and that's something you have to be okay with. this energy is pretty much saying, like, you hold the key to each of these things. Like, you're literally holding the key to each aspect of yourself. Some of you might actually have healing you need to do that comes from childhood, that comes from school years, and that comes from years where possibly you were a little wild, and it's like having to go through and sift through all of it and be able to heal parts of it and realize that you always had the key to do this. And alien, accept that you are unrepeatable, that you are an unrepeatable, spectacular phenomenon. This is a lot about self-acceptance for this group. Because, like I said, this is like the card you get where you're by yourself is feeling completely like you don't belong. Like, literally alien. It's like you have all these energies over here that deal with groups, and then all of a sudden alienation. But accepting that you're different is the huge thing here. There's this huge thing in your past with different, like, areas of your life where there is no acceptance because you were different and you didn't fit into these parts of your life. And that's okay. You still probably don't fit into anything that dealt with that now. But the thing is, as soon as you start trying to not seek outside of yourself, like this says, seek no further. You're not supposed to go on this journey outside of yourself. It's just accepting what is. Like, your power is being hidden behind you putting stock there. And you guys have food and eating, and I just want to go ahead and tell you guys, with everything moving into Taurus, you need to kind of watch out for getting foodie. Just saying. Because putting bad foods in you definitely drains you, and it makes your sleep schedule go off. It makes it to where you're exhausted all the time, can cause health problems. But this is also saying be mindful of the thoughts you're ingesting too, which you guys have a lot of that up here, stemming from all the way from childhood growing up to where you are now. So let's see, since we kind of got a feel for you guys, let's see some advice for stepping into your power here, or what your power is that you probably don't even understand, because it's like this unique thing and you've been trying to conform in different places and repressing it. Let's see what this thing is. What is this power you're trying to stand in? Well then, you got Ace of Pentacles reversed over here. The power, there's a couple things. Just with this Ace of Pentacles, your power lies in not needing money. And this is that perception shift you guys need. Some of you base all of your worth off of material items, or what you've accumulated, or what your bank account looks like, or what your income is. There's a big thing of like, that's what my self-worth is coming out with this. Also, the reason you guys are having struggles with this is, like I was saying, your self-worth is at a low here. You might project out to groups that you're okay, but you're putting up a pretty big facade here, in order to kind of, it's not really an image, it's more of trying to keep yourself stable. And we get the Devil coming out right here. So what's interesting in this deck with the Devil, you have this woman with these golden wings, like golden angel wings, a crown that's shattering above her head. And she has four arms. One hand is shushing. It's telling you to be quiet. Another one is covering the heart space. You have another one beckoning you, and then you have one pulling the strings. There's a lot going on here in more way than one with you guys. There's this big feeling, like I said, some of you are keeping quiet, of course out of fear because of this energy. But you need to realize that this power is residing in your heart, and by being quiet, you're covering it in darkness. You guys, some of your power is a natural magnetic pull. You don't even realize this because some of you may see it that when people are drawn to you, you're very uncomfortable with it. Some of you, this really shows at parties or gatherings where it's like people want to be around you, but you are like very standoffish and you don't understand why they're coming around you. You have that kind of energy. Some of you might notice that when you speak, there's a lot of power in your words, because it's almost like if you say things a certain way, you could easily manipulate people. And this is why you need to understand what you're doing, because if you're in a bad place, you might not even realize you're doing this to people, because it's a natural thing that you have. It's a power that you have to be able to use your voice to create a space where people will listen. But there's a lot more power when you're silent and you act than there is when you explode. I feel like you guys might actually have tempers with how this is. You also have the Hermit reversed here with childhood home. This is making me think you guys have outgrown your childhood home. It could be why you're feeling this hushed energy. It's like you've outgrown this phase of your life, but yet you're still here. You're not learning anything else. The Hermit's reversed here. You're just not going to learn anything else here. As much as you might even want to learn, you're not going to learn anything new. Having an Ace reversed means new energy that would come in isn't coming in. And like this knowledge that you would gain with the Hermit upright is pretty much saying like this needs to be moved on from. There's nothing further to learn here. And you guys have the Five of Cups reversed. The key is realizing that unlike these other Five of Cups in different decks, this one shows the progression of a glass full, not half full, but a glass full, and then a glass starting to crack, so it's draining the water, and progressively the cup cracks more until it's completely shattered and everything is pouring out of it for the fifth cup. The key here is learning to leave this aspect of yourself behind. It's like this Hermit energy is trying to tell you, like there's something here where you guys keep holding on to something and doing something and it's blocking your power. Because having a completely shattered cup where all of your energy, time, effort, health, because that's coming up here for you guys, is just draining out of you like non-stop. Like the cup's completely broken. It's not pouring out. It's like just completely like depleting out. This isn't looking back at the past. This is realizing that you're sitting here and just literally being bled dry. And the thing is, it's like you're not supposed to be searching for further answers. It's like you can already feel it. Cups are very intuitive energy. This is something that you've been feeling in your emotions. I mean, Mars is going to be moving into Cancer Friday, so like I was saying, the reason that anger might have come out is you guys could easily be showing some of these energies through some very fiery emotions. But especially when it comes to family, you got childhood home over here. You guys could really be in the need for needing to express this energy, but you need to learn how. Like, you're different. You're not, like, you guys are really boxing yourselves in over here. And you guys have the Lovers reversed with Alien. You guys have mostly major arcana. And bottom of the deck, you have the Empress. Okay, yeah, you guys mainly have major arcana energy in all your tarot. Which means this is a big shift. If you're wanting to step into your power, you're gonna have to do some heavy lifting. Having this Hermit, Five of Cups, and Lovers, this like reversed energy just flowing. For some of you, this is gonna be like you're realizing you're not gonna learn anything else from this place of memories and learning to leave behind this shattered, broken image. And the fact, like, this is a few things with this Lover's card. The part of you that is this shattered cup is not going to survive, because that's what all this hush energy is. Like, you were not authentic to your alien. So that part of you is going to have to die its death. That is the ego. That's why you have so many major arcanas. This is like an ego death to get to the power. You can't walk into your power carrying these things. Having alien also with accepting yourself in this light. If you are with somebody that does not accept your alien, I'm just going to keep calling it your alien because you guys need to get comfortable with it. If you're with somebody that does not accept it, first, I would say open communication, because some of you, it might just be you're not communicating. If you've been communicating and the other person knows this is you and they're constantly dogging you, like I told you guys have this thing with watch the thoughts that you're feeding yourself. If there's someone you love that is feeding you these thoughts that you keep repeating, it could be you guys are at this place where you need to let go. Like, you need to allow yourself to step out on your own and embrace how you are different. And it'll hurt. It'll be like a breakup, whether this is family, friends, romance, whatever this is, there's this energy of like needing to wake up. And this is saying, like, you know, once you guys get going on this, you got the Empress under here. So you will step into your power, like, no doubt. It's like a big upheaval, but you'll definitely step into it. So now I'm going to use my deck. I'm excited. Well, let's see what comes out here, since we're kind of starting to see what some of this power is and what this story is coming out here. See how to tap into it. Be vulnerable. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me turn this off. Okay, there we go. I have my what you call it. But be vulnerable. My LED was on so you couldn't see anything. This is going right back to it, guys. This energy, it's like you're not allowing yourselves to be open. This is already causing it to where you're putting yourself back burner, and it's like, it's almost like you being vulnerable too is, for some of you, it's that lack of money mindset, and you need to be honest with yourself about it, and that's why you're refusing to actually move forward. It's like you're chained to this. This is also, like I said, some of you are learning to go through the ego death, and you have to be very vulnerable with this. A lot of times when this happens, a lot of people end up going to therapy because, I mean, look at all the stuff that's being dived into for this and all the things that happen. It's not an easy transition. So some of you, this vulnerability is you being able to open up to an outside source that will keep your secrets, because she does have that finger up in front of her mouth. And then we have claim your abundance. You guys have so much. But it's blocked from you because you're staying in this. It's like you're not even claiming your power. And there's actually a whole lot of, I'm getting drawn to this black, right just down here in this little center. It's like it's pulling in, and there's some purple color coming out of there. It's almost like there's this tiny piece of you with this purple up here. Like you have this inkling and this intuitive feeling that there is definitely something for you. But you're burying it. You're not moving forward. You're not learning. So if you're wondering, like, why are other people getting all these things and I feel like I'm doing the same stuff, it's because, like, you have this thing trying to pull you in a direction, but all you're doing is repeating a cycle. You guys have a lot. And you definitely have gifts, because all these, like, pinks and purples you guys have, you have a lot of gifts, and your power isn't going to show itself. Your intuition's going to seem very foggy if, like, this energy down here, it's going to feel very foggy. The more you just keep sitting in this, instead of realizing you learned what you're going to learn from this place. And you guys get growth happens in the darkest places coming out with the Hermit energy and with this Five of Cups energy. Yeah, this is really making me feel like definitely some ego death vibes. You guys, all the major arcana trying to lead you to Empress energy, all this thing with being vulnerable and finally claiming things and realizing that you're in this dark place because you're growing. Like this aha moment, the thing that happens, the epiphany happens after you've worked through all this dark energy. And it can feel very scary. And this made me laugh. This one is Laugh More. You guys have, obviously going through these things, you guys have been, like I said, parts of you have been very hidden. And I think part of your quirky nature, this alien thing, is you guys naturally are more happy. But you dim that a lot because you don't want to be annoying. And you do it around people that would possibly see you as immature, or that your sense of humor like rubs people the wrong way. If that's the case, like, yeah, you're different. It's fine. Like, if your own jokes make you laugh, hey, that's who matters. Okay, I laugh at my shit all the time. I don't care if no one understands it. But you have to have this energy, because what'll happen as you're learning this, you will start evolving and feeling happier as you're dropping certain things. You will have more energy to laugh and do fun things. And bottom of the deck for you guys is hold your heart with compassion. Yeah, this is really a big thing for you guys. Like I said, if therapy is needed for this, I would definitely recommend therapy, because this, you needing to hold your heart with compassion, and the devil card's actually holding her hand over her heart. There's so much energy here of you guys needing to take care of your heart. Um, and having greens and pinks is also heart chakra energy. And lovers over here, you guys just have a lot of pain built up in your heart, and it's a big blockage for you guys, and that's why it's so hard to access your power to act. And the thing is, vulnerability is a superpower. Like, it really is. Being able to be optimistic, to laugh, to bring smiles to people is a superpower. Not everyone can do it. And, I mean, especially when it comes from such an authentic place. This is your alien thing, to just be light. But when you come from this area where you're just stuck, you can't be this. It's like you're stuck in the dark when you want to go from that to over here. And it just takes you being kinder to yourself, allowing yourself to grow. Because some of you aren't allowing it. You're just being completely depleted and still taking more on and burying yourself further. And we have Flame Tree, to the start of something new. Like I said, this energy over here that happened with this Ace of Pentacles being reversed, like, aces are supposed to be new energy. With school, it was new perspectives. You're starting something new. For you guys, being vulnerable is something new. A lot of you just hold onto your emotions until you completely break, like this Five of Cups, where everything shatters and it's just pouring out like a mess. And then no one understands you, because you go back to the full cup after you have your explosion. Like I said, for some of you, it's a big need for communication. And if you don't know how to communicate, then you might want to go to someone that can teach you how to communicate your emotions. You got apprehension, moving out into the world, doubt and fear. And like I said, being vulnerable, claiming your power and everything, this devil card, being chained. Like, you guys are so, like, afraid of leaving this aspect of your life that all of these things that literally are your gifts, your power, what you can do, are just sitting there beyond, like, just, like, there's a door you guys literally have the key to, but you can't. You're just like, and there's two 18s here, like the darkness and the apprehension, they both have 18 energy. This is very spiritual 9 energy. Moving forward, hard work, growing into a more abundant spiritual place of understanding. And, oh, these two came out together. So, well, this just had a complete message over here. We have attachment, letting go, restriction and fear, and evolution, changes, climate change, and transformation. Climate change is kind of random in there, but I think climate change is actually talking to environmental change, especially since it's coming out with this childhood home energy and this hermit saying, you know, we're done. Like, nothing's happening here. We're going through the growth, because this attachment that's happening here, this letting go and the restrictions and the fear happening with this, is like we're moving away from attachment to this energy, and we're evolving. Like, literally, that's what this is showing, like the progression here. We're evolving, we're transforming, and we're going to do something different, because this almost feels like repeated karma, which is why, I mean, ego death, obviously, if you have all these past wounds growing up, it's pretty much like, you know, family karma, passed on generational karma. And that could also be this climate change, because climate change is like supposed to impact a lot more than just you. And if you're doing this generational thing with, I mean, obviously you're going to have fear and trying to detach yourself from what's happened. It's going to affect not just you. There's going to be a ripple effect that goes back beyond even the people that are currently here. So it's something to keep in mind with this. This is why it feels so heavy. And we got Sacred Journey, Life Cycles, Family. Okay, we've been talking about that a lot. And Transformation. You got Transformation twice. And got this coming out with the laughing energy. You guys have gotten a lot of 8s in here, like 8s and 18s. And bottom of the deck, we have Reflection, Illusion, Self-Examination, and Distortion. Like I was saying, some of you guys really have a skewed view going on here. Like, you are different. And that's what all this is. Your sacred journey is being different. And you're meant to be happy is the whole thing here. And if you've always been around people that view happiness as immaturity, it's almost like you're learning the wisdom that that's not the case. Your most abundant energy, that Empress energy that you guys have overall, comes from stepping into leaving behind these pessimistic people, situations, thoughts, and transforming all of this into what your soul really wants to do, which is fun. And it's gonna hurt to have people balking you, because it's like, oh, that's such an immature thing to do. But it's like, it's your life, it's your journey. This is the blue fluorite pile, Rajan. So we have Listen coming out here. So the secrets of the sea become apparent when we listen to the sound within the shells. Okay, I kept saying secrets, and with this the devil having the finger over the mouth like the thing, and we have secrets coming out here. These secrets will come out if you listen. Like, there's a whole lot here, and this be vulnerable. Like I said, some of you need to listen to yourselves, because you're really pushing yourself to the bottom. This is going to be the start of you doing something new. And then we got two things coming out together. We got Breathe and Dive. So breathe, break from beneath the water's surface and soar up beyond the turquoise sea. And dive, you don't find pearls on the seashore. So you guys literally got both of these things. But what this is trying to say is, yes, you are not going to find the healing unless you go to these dark places. But remember to come back up and breathe. Don't just get stuck there, because that's this energy of attaching and apprehension. It's like you go to try to do it and you just get stuck and you revert back to the old energy. And that's why you think nothing's working. That's why you think nothing's working, is because everything keeps going back to the old. But it's because you're too extreme. There needs to be a balance here to help you move past this door that's sitting right here to get to this energy. Choose wisely. Be discerning. You don't have to keep everything in your net. with the Lovers reversed over here. Like I said, you guys don't need to hold on to things that are hurting you, that are keeping you in this place. Like, you guys have the power. You guys have everything you need. You have gifts, you have creativity, you have a voice that can move people, but you're hushing yourselves. You're allowing other people to hush you when you actually have this beautiful, creative, light, fun energy that makes others want to be creative and unique. So choose who you have around you wisely. Choose what situations you allow yourself to be in. Choose what food you put in your body, because you guys literally got a food card. Choose the thoughts that are circulating in your mind. This is like you realizing you have a choice to do this. And that means choosing yourself. And, oh my gosh, okay, bottom of the deck, we have Voyage, set sail, set sail on a new course. You guys are really being pushed to just try it. Start doing it. It starts with you opening up and seeing yourself differently, and that you can actually talk. This is really going to start with how you see yourselves. But, that's my blue fluorites. Now, as for blue fluorite, because you guys chose this crystal, blue fluorite, for one being blue with that throat chakra, is communication. It's being able to talk, but it's also being able to listen. This is also intuition. So if you're really feeling that blockage with your intuition when it's trying to come through, this is really big on helping with bringing clarity, bringing in ideas, bringing in creativity, connection, not only to by communicating with people, but also with your guides as well. This also, blue fluorite is also really good for calming and helping you to focus, especially if you have projects and you have just things you want to get done. It really helps with bringing focus. It helps with studying. We literally got school over here. But it does help with that focus for studying, for staying, on course to a topic or project that you want to get done. There's a lot of determination that comes with it, but it's really being able to see things from other perspectives as well, because you're not only opening your own eye, but it's like your, hidden eye, so to speak, that is trying to make an appearance here. And plus it really makes you embrace your own voice, which you guys have, and it's going to speak different than other people. So don't be afraid to let yourself shine. But that's my blue fluorites. Next, it's time for my Smokey Flames, my pile 2s. So let's see what you guys have going on over here. How are you guys going to be stepping into your power? Hey, your guides are going to have you sit through stuff for a reason. So let's see what's going on with my Smokey. What's going on with my Smokey group? Elevator. It says rise above, but I'm also getting this feeling of there's a few different things with the elevator. For one, there's those people that are bored to death in elevators. It's just like, just being in them for some reason is like this sense of boredom just overcomes them. This is kind of saying like, for those of you that's going on this rise above is pretty much like, okay, you need to get over yourself and start actually doing things instead of complaining about how bored you are. You're bored because you're being boring. And that's like a big call out for some of you. You aren't boring, but you're acting boring. There's a big difference, and that's why it's a call out. Also, for those, another group, it's gonna be the claustrophobia, the being boxed in, being stuck, that fear. This is learning to push through that and be able to ascend without the need of outside help. Because a lot of times when we're trying to kind of like, develop on our own journeys and we're getting so many opinions from the outside, it's almost like their opinions can start burying you. It can make you feel boxed in and stuck, like you're supposed to be like what these people are saying. And this is this energy of look more, like this is making me feel like North Star type energy, like look towards your guidance as opposed to the outside people. Like you are in your own space doing this. Kick people out of the elevator if you're feeling claustrophobic. Tell them to get on, and so you can do your thing that you need to so the elevator can actually get to the floor it needs to go to. They're too big. Kick them out. They're taking up too much space. Some of you got really big ideas also. Like I was saying, some of you got some really big ideas because we have both music and money coming out together. So sing the song of your soul and dance to your unique rhythm, and then you got discover the source of your true power. This is literally a reading about stepping into your power. And this is trying to show you guys by stepping into this, yes, it will be lucrative. Like I said, some of you definitely have that energy going where it's like, I have ideas, I have creativity, and you're letting yourself be boxed in and paying attention to what makes other people money. You guys don't need it. You need your unique rhythm. You don't need, and you see, look, they all have the light spiral energy happening, that North Star energy. She's even holding the North Star energy over here. And then the North Star literally becomes this chick's head. So it's like you rise above, you find the energy, you hold the energy, you become the energy. It's like a thing over here. It's like trying to show you a progression. Acknowledge where you are, find where you're supposed to be pointing and start going there, and you'll keep getting closer. For those of you that this is just straight up telling you music, like if you're a musician, you write music, you create music, you produce, you sing, whatever it is, you play instruments, whatever way that music, this could also be clairaudience for some of you if you hear messages through music, because I kept hearing elevator music with that going too. But this right here is trying to let you guys know gifts. These are gifts, talents. These are things that you shouldn't ignore because, yes, they're different. Other people aren't going to be able to sit there and tell you. Sorry, I'm like adjusting in my chair. But people aren't going to be able to tell you how to do this. Like literally, you're look at what you're making. You're literally the one doing the music and you're creating this person. The hair is growing out. Like, I need to show you guys this close up so you could see. Like, this person that's playing, her instrument is turning into this person's hair. She's the one that's creating this energy where the woman is holding it, which is making me think you guys playing is literally a direct connection to your guides. It's a direct connection to your soul. And she's also dark hair, dark features. And this other side is light hair, light features. and they're green and pink. This is like love energy. This is like heart chakra energy. This is creating from a very soulful place and integrating both your dark and your light into being able to hold your masterpiece is pretty much what this is. You do this, and then you transform these two energies into all this power just swirls into your head, and you create, and your hands out, and you have money. You literally have your hand out holding money. So this whole thing right here is just like you absorb, you find this, you start creating, you're finally holding it, and then you become it. Like, quite literally. So let's see. You have dance. Okay, this is my creatives. Like, this is seriously my creative pile. Like, you guys getting music, dance. I don't know why elevator's making me feel creative, but it's probably because you guys get so bored. But this is move to the rhythm of your soul. You have sing the song of your soul. This even says dance to your unique rhythm, and you got move to the rhythm of your soul. You guys have something here. Your power literally lies in this energy. It's almost like the more free you are. This is also you rising above criticism, like your own criticism. Flower. Pluck the weeds and plant the seeds of your most magnificent expression. If this isn't creator energy, I don't know what the hell is. Like, her hair is a fucking golden circle, guys. Like, her hair spread out and made the sun, and she's walking in a field of tulips. There is no weeds here. She is planting full-grown tulips. What you guys have is this. This is the thing that's in between you doing this. And money's in the middle of all of it. You're going to be taken care of financially. And you get person wallet. I'm done. You're going to be taken care of financially, and you get person wallet. Pursue your true wealth. You guys are just literally, for stepping into your power, you're being told to pursue it. You're just being told, pursue it, do it, go do the damn thing. It's pretty much what your whole energy is here. That's how you guys step into your power. But let's see. Just in case more stuff wants to come out over here. Let's see. You have Seven of Pentacles reversed. You guys, look, in the past, whatever you planted that did not work, this rise above energy with this elevator energy is like, look, you need to quit trying to get off at the same floor, and you need to go to a higher floor. Like, screw this floor that didn't work out. Screw the contract that didn't work out. Screw the people that didn't give you the money they said they were going to. The people that said they were going to invest in you. It's like, whatever. Rise above the haters. Go do what you need to do and start your thing. Who cares? Like, obviously it affects you guys. But the longer you sit in the this is what happened to me when I tried it before energy, the longer you're literally putting off this. You guys have Magician reversed. Now, you don't realize the power you have when you're creating. You have no idea. Because having this reversed is like when you're creating, you're not realizing what you're creating. Because a lot of you keep going back to this. You think you're creating this, when in reality you're making something a lot bigger, but then you fall back into this and you block it off. Also, you have a lot more imagination then you realize as well, you guys are staying in this place and selling yourself short. Because you're judging it. It's like, it's not your full potential. Like, you're sitting here thinking like, oh, this is the best thing I've done, and it is great because you guys are very talented, but you guys don't realize you can go so far outside the box. Like, there is no box for you. Like I said, this elevator, some of you feel claustrophobic. There's no box for you guys. You are free to explore whatever the hell you want. You're free to learn whatever the hell you want. And who cares? Like, don't let people stifle this gift you have here. Because having the Magician reversed is like stifling this energy. And you have the Eight of Swords. Like I said, you guys, they're trying to show you, hey, you need to start it. You guys are in your own mental prison. Eight of Swords. You guys literally, and this one right here, there's other swords behind it that are breaking. There's this fiery sword that literally is fresh off the anvil, hasn't been put in water yet, like sparking in the very front. And it's like, whatever this is, when you try to create, it burns you. It's like a burn you never healed. Like, and this has to do with money. It really does. Like, your mind always goes back to when you create something, there is something with money back here that traps you in a box and makes you go, well, it's probably not going to work out again anytime you start creating something. Seriously, like, you guys need to realize being creators is a lot different than what these other people are trying to put out there. Look at any creator of anything and see if they're conventional. I mean, they do whatever the hell, whether people like it or not, and then the stuff comes because that is them going like into their power. That's them stepping into it and owning it. You guys just keep like, it's pretty much like you're using this fiery blade to keep branding yourself with the memory over and over again, just sinking it into your skin so that way you don't forget. And it's not something you really bleed from anymore, because this fire is making me think of like how it would cauterize the wound and stop the bleeding. It's almost like it's enough to make you doubt and stop yourself every single time. And it's like they're waiting for you to, this is like a, like I said, they're wanting you guys to push through and go. And you have the Eight of Cups, more eights for this group. You have the Eight of Cups, and you have the High Priestess. Like I said, guys, they are ready. They're like, move on. Move far away from this energy. Like, look at the little octopus. But it's like, move on from this. Because, like, emotionally it's very unfulfilling. And mentally it's just dragging you down. So you can move into your High Priestess energy over here. She's sitting pretty. It's like this flowering energy. She's just like all up in her, she's feeling good, okay? Like, to go from feeling completely blocked to just being the one that has the answers, and everyone doesn't need to know everything, but you know. Like, you can have your secrets. Like, it don't matter. Like, people don't need to know your business, and that might be a big thing for you guys. Is you feel like you need to tell other people and get their opinions, and then those opinions stop you. You don't need to. You can keep your shit to yourself. If you're a creator, just create your stuff. Literally create it. Don't sit there and wait for someone to tell you if it's good or not. If you love it, create it and do it. Bottom of the deck is this Knight of Swords energy, and this is reversed. Like I said, some of you, what you're dealing with is very mental. It's biting words. It's people that their communication fucking sucks. And the things they say fucking sucks. So you guys are like really having to deal with finding a way to shut down people. I feel like you guys actually have a lot of haters that masquerade as friends. And they say backhanded things that keep making you go into this place like either you're not worthy, you don't have what it takes, you wouldn't be able to make it. But they say it in sly ways where it's like, oh, we're protecting you. You guys need to watch out for this because you intuitively, because you have so much soul energy here, you know that what you're doing is meant to just grow. And this growth doesn't have pinnacles. It's not slow as hell. Like, the pinnacle you have is reversed, but that's talking about your past over here, what you're trying to rise above. What you have going on is like this flow of energy. Like, even the high priestess energy is like this flow of energy. Which also means it ebbs and flows. So if people are saying, well, look, you're not doing as good right now as you were a couple months ago, that's how creative shit is. It's like it goes up and down. There isn't one person that stays completely at the top of everything their entire life. That's not how creativity works. That's not how anything works, to be honest with you. And if anyone's saying that, then they got some screws loose. I don't know what they're looking at. But, oh my gosh, move on. Don't welcome that. But, this... You guys aren't in your power. Like, you're partially in your power, but you're not in your full power yet until you start working past what these people are doing and what you're doing. So, let's see what my deck got for you guys. Well then, okay. Your soul family is coming, which I think is a big thing for you guys, because you honestly have been pulling in some not so great people from what like I said, I feel like you guys are surrounded by haters. Having your people come in, the ones that are happy for you, that love what you're doing, that's just going to happen naturally as you're doing this. And plus you'll feel a lot more strength. Some of you already know some of your soul family. And they're the ones that are trying to reassure you, but you're not allowing their voices to be louder than the ones that are tearing you down. Which is always easier to listen to the negative voices when you are very talented than the positive ones, because you doubt yourself so much. Wow. Okay. So, I said that, and you get trust yourself always coming out with this. And then you also get never settle coming out with it. You guys are definitely being shown that these people, you don't gotta settle for these shitheads. I feel like you're just being told don't settle for the shitheads. But this is trying to show you, you know, okay? You guys know you don't need to settle. This is big time creative energy. You don't need to settle. You can walk the fuck away from people that are telling you to settle and that your ideas suck. You can just say bye. Like, it's done. Like, you don't even need to keep up a relationship with that kind of negative shit. You guys have too much potential. And as soon as you start, like, cutting some of that dead weight away, even more good's gonna come in. Like, the people that are gonna be really cheering for you are gonna come in. Ooh, you guys getting called out. Call out. But, stop ignoring your inner child. Really big for you guys. because this energy, all this soul energy, what you're creating from, and why you feel like it's something you can't attain, is because this is something you've wanted since you were little. And when dreams come up that we've had since young, it's almost like this this energy of it's childish. But you're passionate as hell about this for a reason. There's a reason you've been hungering for it since you were young. It's no small thing with you guys. Like, you literally kind of came out of the womb already knowing what you wanted to do. I wouldn't be surprised if you're one of those kids that walked around with a mic, or you drew it all over the walls, or you just had a bunch of unique expression. Now, depending on how you were raised, whether that was nurtured or whether you were told to suppress it, could be a big thing here. But this is really letting you know, like, don't ignore these pulls that make you happy. Don't do it. Like, that intuition, like your inner child tied to the high priestess and you flowering over here, it's like all of this is just blending together. And bottom of the deck, you are ready. Quit doubting it. I don't know who's telling you you're not, or you don't have your stuff, but you're being told to trust, not settle, and you're ready. Do it. Do it. Like I said up here, they're pushing you. The only thing holding you back from stepping into it is literally yourself right now. You're absolutely ready to do this thing, whatever this thing is, this creative thing. Doesn't matter what other people say, just do your thing. Yeah, you guys have attachment with letting go, restriction, and fear. Like I said, you guys need to drop this thing over here. Whatever this elevator Seven of Pentacles energy is over here, it needs to be on its way out. Give me a second while I straighten these so you guys can actually see the cards. So, you guys also got the Sacred Earth Mother, a message of love. Now, for some of you, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Having a soul family coming can also be a soul mate, because it's soul. Having a message of love is possibly you starting to cut some people away, and then you find somebody you've been not even knowing that you were looking for because you've been closed off. It's just going to pull it to you. There's going to be like no doubt in your mind because you're going to have this trust. You're going to be able to trust yourself. But this is also with this pink. Like, you guys got a lot of pink going on down here with this energy. This is trying to show you guys having that compassion for yourself. Realizing that, hey, you might not have known everything you needed to back then, but you know it now. You guys have evolution with earth changes, climate change, and transformation. You guys are getting a lot of earth energy. Some of you, it might actually do you good to get outside. Also, just realized that this message of love is 42, and so is Soul Family. They're both number 42s. You guys definitely have some very loving people coming in. Once you start cutting some of this out, once you start trusting yourself and knowing what's not good for you, you're going to have some loving ass people coming in, and there's probably already some loving people in your life, but you're not even realizing it because of where you are mentally. Because you're listening to the naysayers more than you're listening to them. Like, you think they're just, you know, because they care about you, they're trying to make you feel better when they're telling you the truth. Like, you guys need to change this ideology. This climate change thing is literally changing the climate of your mind Instead of settling and saying, I'm just, gonna do this because obviously I don't have what it takes. No, you have what it takes. You can change this. You can create huge shifts, but you have to allow yourself to. You have eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. There's so much about love in this group. And there's even another sun depiction over here, and you guys had you had a couple people looking like they were the bright ass sun over there. But you guys definitely are being shown that there's a lot of love coming into your life, a lot of happiness, a lot of fulfillment. Like, your power is in these energies. It's just allowing yourself to do it. And then you have the Temptress, seduction, deceit, a broken promise. Yeah, some of you guys, the reason that you're ignoring this, because it comes right back around here, like I said, broken promise. Like, someone either gave their word on something, signed a contract. There was something back here that was completely broken that you're being told to just detach from. But it's always very tempting once you get over here to start ignoring everything and just, go right back to deceiving yourself and allowing others to deceive you. And she even has her heart space opened over here too. Like, there's a lot of heart energy. And then we have the dream. Something is revealed, insight, and breakthrough. Seriously, once you guys understand just what you have around you and what's happening, there's gonna be not only like a breakthrough, but a breakthrough in your creativity and your expression. But there's also gonna be this breakthrough in understanding yourself and what's been happening. Some of you might actually feel kind of ashamed of the fact that you let people's opinions run you so long. Having that judgment on yourself is just another blockage. Like, you did what you could with what you had. Like I said, this right now, you're learning, you're evolving, and you're going through actually walking out of the deceit. You guys have choose wisely. Be discerning. You don't have to keep everything in your net. Like I said, guys, this whole family's coming. You don't gotta hold on to all these cruddy ass people that are dimming your light over here. Your card's flipped over. You got two together. So we have reflect and we have prudence. So reflect is peer into the endless ocean and see what peers back. And prudence is don't be lured by the siren's song. Yeah, you guys, like I said, you guys have this tendency to get lost in this Eight of Swords energy. And it's, like I said, you guys get pulled right back into that siren song energy where it's like you just get pulled right back to how you're attached to this. It's like you're supposed to, I'm almost falling out of my chair, you're supposed to look at this in order to learn, not to get lured back to like ignoring yourself again. This is so you can see that you deserve better, and that for some of you, I don't know if you've been shamed for being a prude, but people can suck it. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's like, everyone's different and however they want to express themselves. Then if the way you like expressing and creating is a little more modest than a lot of the crazy shit that's out there nowadays, and they're like, oh, that's not gonna sell, it's not this or that, who fucking cares? You do what you like, and you guys literally got multiple things dealing with money on here. that are like, you're gonna be good. So what matters is you doing what you want, not what others are telling you are gonna work. They don't know what's gonna work. They don't even know what's working for them. If they knew what was working, they'd be off doing their own shit instead of telling you what to do with yours. Then we have optimism. After each rainstorm, there will be clear skies. This doesn't want to... Okay, optimism. About to say, you guys really just don't want to. But, yeah, this right here with that 8 of Cups, like having to walk away. Like, yeah, it's going to be heavy, but it's going to get better because you're not going to be ignoring yourself anymore. You're not going to be repeating things. You're going to be finding actual happiness, which is a whole lot different than this broken promise of the past over here. And then we have bottom of the deck with journey. Half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. Like, I mean, that's completely true for you guys, and the reason this is getting ruined for you guys, and a lot of you are feeling like you're not in your power, is because your society, where you came from, friends, family, whatever it is, has made you believe that the money, the destination, is when you can truly enjoy it, but you're a creator. The creativity, you making things, is where you find the joy. Not in like the end result and hoping people buy it. Like, what gets you going, what makes you happy, is literally making things. And then if people enjoy it, it's like, that's a bonus. It's like, that makes you even happier because it's like, you love doing it. You put your soul into it. You loved it. And when you're doing stuff you love, when people interact with something you love, they feel it. It's like it ignites emotions in them. Now, whether that ignites the emotion of they start drinking some haterade because they're jealous, or it ignites the like emotion of admiration and really loving what you do, that depends on the person. That has nothing to do with you. But just remember, like, all of these outside, like I said, you guys don't need a bunch of outside people telling you what to do. Kick them out of your elevator. Tell them to get the fuck on. Like, get off. That's their floor. They need to leave. Because you guys have a lot of talent that is brimming. Some of it has come out already. It's just that you keep burying it over and over and over again. Because you stop trusting yourself. And you're trying to settle. You're trying to make things that the people that really don't support you want you to do. And that's why things keep falling apart. It's because you don't love it. And this smoky quartz, first think of clear quartz with all its amplification properties, aligning, clarity, truth. This is like an all-purpose crystal. Like clear quartz, you can attune to any intention you want. Literally, it's clear for a reason. It's like, you know, like slap your creation on me. If you want to get one, literally hold it and just be like, you know, anytime I'm doubting myself, I'm gonna hold this with the intention that I'll start bringing my confidence back. Like, just something to make you more aware of what your mind is doing. Because as much as I love crystals, it's not the crystal itself. It's not like you randomly getting pyrite is going to make you money. That's not the thing here. When you get a crystal, it's the intention you put into it. It's the thought. Like, if you have a crystal and all you're thinking all the time with it, like, you're sitting here like, my life sucks. It's like, that's the intent you're putting into it, and it's going to amplify it. So you need to, like, put something that's beneficial for you. If you have precious stones, even precious objects, like, you could have a precious book or a precious journal. It's just put intention into it that whenever I'm with this item, it brings me back to myself. It brings me back to my creativity. It pulls me away from others' opinions. It makes me do what I'm happy with. It's like put intention into things. And once you do that, you actually start being more aware. It brings an awareness if you're not having that intention when you're around that object. But also the smoky aspect is all about cleansing away negativity, being able to ground yourself while all this is going on, being able to drown out the noise that people are making very annoyingly. This also is really good for, you know, clearing out blockages and helping you to access your gifts that possibly you're like, what the hell is she even talking about? But that was our Smokies. It's time for my amethyst. So let's see what you guys have going on over here. How are you guys going to step into this power? Okay. How you guys step into your power with Purse Wallet. Pursue your true wealth. Immediately this is making me think you guys step into your power by realizing you are worthy of money. Some of you have a very bad relationship with money, so the reason why you're not getting into your power or getting into the place where you're the most confident is that once you're there, you know that this will be something that makes you money, and it'll be something that's not the identity you identify with, and it's not going to sit well. This is also for those of you that really don't have the ambition to go after money. It's like, oh, money doesn't mean much. But the thing is, your potential, like what you're doing, is going to bring you money. So if you're sitting here like, oh, money's not important to me, I don't need it, you're not really going to step into your energy, because you're like basically telling your power that you don't need it. Like, you guys attract wealth. So you pursuing that, unlike a lot of other people, is actually good for you. It gives you good ambition. Otherwise, you guys are kind of listless. And you have guide. Follow in the footprints of greatness. There's definitely something here where you guys I feel like even your guides are yelling at you over here. Like, there's nothing we can entice you guys with, because it's like, what material thing can we entice you guys with over here to get the ball rolling? You guys have parties, celebrate yourself. I feel like you guys don't really think highly of yourselves either. I really feel like there's a big unworthy energy here. And some of you feel like you're only a shadow of somebody else. You have car, get into the driver's seat of your life. I don't know why I'm healing. Yeah, I don't know why I'm healing. What the hell? But, but I don't know why I'm hearing car dealership. Could be you being in the shadow of somebody that owns some kind of business and it's being given to you, and you're like, I don't really care. And it could be you're being pushed into this energy. It could even be people wanting to celebrate like a freaking cord cutting ceremony or whatever, ribbon cutting. But it's like, this isn't what I truly want though. Like, this is what you guys want for me, but it's not what makes me happy. And it's like you trying to take over and do what you want. I mean, this reminds me of the rings of Saturn in this picture. Here, let me show you guys. But this looks like the rings of Saturn coming out from around this. And a lot of times it's really hard when we're being given this thing where we're trying to break down structures and not go along with the crowd, because this party is making me think of the crowd, like going along with it. And it's like you might actually be in this thing where if you just do it, it's easy money, but it's like, do I really want to be someone's shadow? And it's bothering you guys. Like, how can I truly be proud of myself if I'm someone's shadow? Yeah, family. Like, you guys really have it heavy over here. So, this is explore your sacred root system. This is really feeling to me like you guys are being pushed into being in someone's shadow. No matter who this is, it could be an older sibling, it could be a grandparent, it could be a parent, aunt, uncle, whatever. Like, you could be getting constantly compared to other people that are your age in the family and how they're doing. There's just this huge emphasis on how money determines your worth. And it's almost like you don't want to take something handed to you because you want to prove you can do it outside of family. It's like you want to prove that your footprint is just as important as other people's, and you don't need a handout. You don't need to be someone's shadow in order to be able to be worthy of being celebrated by your family or close people or people that you consider family. It's like, it's almost like, don't freaking pity me kind of thing. It's being very pissed. It's very condescending energy to have sitting on you. Bottom of the deck. Oh, look at how cute that little kitty is. But you have cat. Take care of yourself. Trust that if you do, you'll always land on your feet. This is letting you know that if this is really hitting home for you, that if there is something that you want to do and you can feel it, know that it's going to land you in the right place. For some of you, you're having a Saturn return, and it's really doing a wallop on you right now, and it's definitely making, with the sacred root system, this is you being grounded within yourself and the effect your family's having on it. Now, for some of you, this could also be you have your own family, and it's being pushed. It's like there's this big looming thing over you where it's like you're really polarized, because it's like family or money. And it's like needing to choose one over the other. But what you're being assured of is, as long as you take care of yourself and celebrate yourself, these will work out. You don't have to try to do one thing more than the other. If you take care of yourself and find what you need within yourself, everything will work out. But you need to take care of you first, because if there's no you there, there's no looking at money and looking at family anyways. So let's see. Oh, okay, you guys wanted to flip out with this one first. Now, in this deck, this is a card that is oh, my ding going off over here. It's only in this deck. It's a deck that is it's a card that's original. So a knot is pretty much how things are never ending, the beginning and the cycles that we go through, the growth, the rebirth, birthing something new. Now, this energy jumping out right away with this much power sitting on top of pursuing true wealth is almost like If you're in the shadow of something, you're not going to be able to create something new, and that is not your true wealth. That is literally, this card is like, that is not your true wealth. Your intuition is, ooh, my chair. Your intuition is on the money. Quite literally over here. Your intuition is like lit up. It knows like what's going on here. You know you're meant for something else other than just following somebody or doing what someone else has done. You got the Knight of Swords coming out over here. Yeah, there's a lot of talk, and you got Five of Swords too. But, and I like how this Five of Swords is with party, but there's definitely a lot of talk. There's a lot of things about people trying to tell other people what to do, trying to make people sign things, legalities with certain things, people being really good at putting their foot in their mouth, people being deceptive. You guys got Two of Pentacles that jumped out too. There's just this big energy of people trying to take, even betrayal too. Like, I feel like a big thing is you guys don't want to become a part of this toxic energy, and that's why you're not taking, yeah, Temperance coming out right here. You guys don't want to be a part of this toxic energy. You're trying to learn, like, there has, like, having Two of Pentacles and Temperance, it's like there has to be some kind of balance between me taking over my life and family. There is some kind of balance somewhere, because right now it's tipping so far into like this shark territory over here. Bitterness, people needing to, there could be third party situations too. There's just a whole, maybe things considering children. There's a whole lot here where there just seems to be so much toxic energy and wanting to break away from it, and then being put under pressure of taking on certain things, and having, you have bottom of the deck with the Five of Cups upright. You guys are definitely wanting to move forward, but you keep looking back and feeling responsible for a lot of this stuff when it actually isn't your fault. Just because you're a good mediator, just because you're usually the one that solves problems or takes on the responsibility, doesn't mean that's what you're supposed to do your whole life. You're stifling yourself and not living to your potential by doing this. And some people never learn until you let them be by themselves. They just don't. Like, you need to let some people, like even family, when they're being toxic, you need to let them be by themselves to learn lessons. And if you're constantly coming to the rescue, if you're constantly trying to make it to where people are understanding each other and mediating, they're not working on their communication skills. The only thing you're doing is being good at being a family therapist. Like, they aren't learning to fix their own problems. And that's what it is. It's their problems. It's not your problem. Like, you have things you want to move forward and do, but every time you do, it's like a freaking thing gets thrown down and you're blocked off from doing it. So what's blocking you guys off seems to be family. This is step into your power, hun. This is the Amethyst pile. This is my third group. Okay, so let's see what's in my deck for this group. Okay, so first thing out, we have plant your feet in the ground. For you guys, you just straight up need, let me scoot these, some scoots. But for you guys, like I said, you have a lot going on, and some of you, you're literally just being told stop. Like, this is like a big thing that's just like a thing saying, like, just a big sign saying stop. When your feet are literally in the ground, you're not moving anywhere. Especially with all this shit going on, and then you having these sacred root energies, like, this is you tapping into yourself and seeing, like, okay, when I'm with myself, when I'm by myself, what are my thoughts, and not all this other shit. Because this is like a lot of family just pushing and pushing and pushing, and like this is also reminding me of Taurus energy, which we are in right now. Like, everything's moving into freaking Taurus. It already did today. I'm saying going to. It's already moved into Taurus today. But this Taurus energy is basically being stubborn, but it's like about what you value. It's about what you put value in. And it seems like this energy, like this family energy that's hanging over everything, what they value and what you value is like night and day. And it's like you're gonna have to learn how to stand your ground with it. You're gonna have to learn how to, like, literally plant your feet down to where you can't move. It's not drawing a line in the sand. It's like literally you aren't gonna move. And like growing there, basically. It's like you're gonna grow in standing up for yourself. We got be true to your heart's desire. Like I said, you guys definitely have a lot more to you than this expectation. Like, they have such a small view of your talent, and you're over here being told, no, don't let them push you into this. Like, do what you want to do. Call your power back. Okay, this is a step into your power reading, and you're being told you guys have been just giving your power away. Like I said, some of you playing the family mediator, you've literally been spending all your time just trying to take care of everybody else's shit and not even focusing on yourself. And that's why it's like your power's scattered everywhere. It's pretty much, like I said, plant your feet in the ground, be with yourself a little bit. Be honest with yourself about what you really want, and that's when you start pulling this energy back. Told you guys, this bittersweet endings, and it's the same color as this temperance energy over here with the red and the white. Family's hard, and a lot of times this pressure is here because we feel this connection to family and this responsibility to family and this energy of I could never do enough to give back because this is what they've done for me. It's like realizing there is never going to be true balance within yourself and true acceptance within yourself unless you can be true to what you want to do. And if that means there's certain people you need to cut out, even if it's family, and it hurts, that bitter taste, that, I mean, in a way, like, I keep thinking the bitter taste of blood, which obviously, like, not everyone has tasted blood in their mouth, but I have a few times from different accidents. But, it's like a bitter, metallic taste, and metal, once again, is reminding me of money. This is so money heavy. That money is above your value when it comes to family. And for you, it'll be bitter, it'll feel bitter. And your family members will more than likely be very bitter because of how this energy looks. But it's also sweet. It's very sweet to finally be able to be in this energy where you're creating what you want as opposed to being pushed into what is deemed a worthy thing to do and wasting away your heart's desire and what you really want. It's like you completely throw your power out the door by doing that. Oh, and everything you think, you manifest. You guys definitely have major talent that is being stifled by family. Major talent. How you step into your power is by realizing just how much your family is taking from you. Because whatever they're putting in your mind that you're repeating over and over again is exactly what you're manifesting. And they know it. They know that everything that happens... Sorry, my camera accidentally hit my camera. But they know everything that they've told you possibly since very young that you were going to have to do is going to keep sitting on you. It's like they know what they're doing. So you need to allow yourself to see this differently and start moving forward and having more power in your communication and really like planting yourself. Like, you know, there's roots there. You're not easily just going to be picked up out of a hole. You need to like dive some roots in there and then be true to yourself. You guys have Enchanted Forest with mystery, magic, and excitement. You guys, you have way too much going for you. I mean, literally getting some freaking mysteries and magic and excitement. You guys will be so freaking happy once you do this. Like, this kind of energy is almost like you are birthing something new. Like, this thing that's closed off up here because of all this energy is literally being born again once you stand up for yourself. And then we have the dream. Something is revealed, insight, and breakthrough. Yep, definitely going to get a breakthrough if you're over here being true to yourself for once instead of being the freaking party mediator. All your energy going into fixing their problems and how they can't communicate with themselves like freaking adults. Then you have attachment with letting go, restriction, and fear. Yeah, you're going to stay here in this energy and not pull anything back or go after what you want if you keep living in the fear thing of needing to gain the approval of family at the cost of your own heart. You guys have a lot of letting go here, and that doesn't mean you have to completely cut your family out of your life forever. Some people need to take breaks from each other in order to find what they want, and then people come around. Others, you just need boundaries up and saying, like, you know, if you don't approve, you know, this is what I'm gonna do, and it's like, we can still talk and communicate, but I'm not gonna allow you to trash me or what I want to do. It's like, you gotta have boundaries. You have Ocean of Eternal Love, healing, creativity, and fertility. You guys have a lot more to offer than just taking over something your family's telling you to, or trying to fall into the box your family's trying to put you in. This pressure. Look at this. You got Goddess of Creation, Transformation, Creativity, and Wholeness. You guys have so much creativity that's freaking brimming everywhere, and you're going to sell yourself short over here. Some of you literally with a car dealership, but you're going to, like, sell yourself short. If you're sitting here trying to impress your family by doing what they want, to be honest with you, if you do it, they're not going to care. Once you do it, they're going to be like, okay, they listen to me, and like go about their lives. The only reason they're so headstrong about you doing this is because it's going against something they're saying. But once you're successful at what you're doing, who cares? Like, for real, who cares? And eventually, since they're about money, is what it seems like you're gonna balance this out. You're gonna get your stuff back by being true to yourself over here. And realize that by letting this stuff go and allowing yourself to be creative instead of in this seems very humdrum, whatever they want you to do, very boring, and you guys are very creative. And Flame Tree, the start of something new. Yeah, you guys aren't supposed to be taking over some traditional shit. You're meant to be doing your own thing. You're meant to be planting new roots and new seeds and freaking growing, like growing yourself over here. We have rescue. Come on, card, you can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Help others in need or ask for assistance when you need it. Now, I feel for some of you, this helping others in need has gone way beyond the point where it's healthy. I don't know why it's doing this. There we go, focus. It's gone way beyond what is healthy. Now it's time for you to start asking for assistance. And be stubborn about it, because if you haven't been supported, you need to know where you stand and find the people that are going to support you instead of this bull. And then we have optimism. After each rainstorm, there will be clearer skies. I mean, it's gonna be hard, but it will definitely get better after. Even during. I don't feel like it's going to need you to fully go through the whole thing before you start seeing improvements. I feel as soon as you start pulling some of this back, you're going to see improvements automatically, and it will just keep improving. Because this says after each, so I feel like there's going to be multiple, and you're just going to keep pulling more in. See, look. This ambition thing over here. Okay. Set your sights beyond the horizon. You guys aren't supposed to be doing this freaking mundane shit over here you're trying to be pushed into. You're supposed to be like far out, like visionaries, doing things that really call to you and make you happy, that really are not going to make any sense to your family, and that's fine. That is completely fine. Don't let them and their bickering and their bitterness over you doing something you love hold you back. Because if they're bitter because they didn't go after and do things they wanted to and they fell in line, that's their issues they need to deal with. That's what they need to heal. The way you're going to heal yourself is by going after what you want, instead of falling into that and continuing the line. And then you guys are just being told over and over again. Explore. Maps show what has already been discovered. Go another way. Like I said, already been discovered. Following in footsteps. It's like you guys are like not supposed to be... You're supposed to go to uncharted territory. You're not supposed to be over here like following in the footsteps of people, especially if they're pressuring you to do something that doesn't make you happy. You guys are supposed to go beyond it, and you feel that call in you, that wild call, because it's going to feel wild going against this energy. But you guys can do it though. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that you guys... And you have a lot of fours here. Like, you have between the dream, like breakthrough, something's revealed, like with the planting your feet in the ground with this 4. It's like you standing for yourself is going to bring that insight. You have 44 over here with the healing, creativity, fertility with the ocean of eternal love. It's like you guys really have this energy where trust and make a foundation. And that's when you're gonna get your dreams. But you need to make that foundation for yourself. You have to let go. It's gonna be hard work, this letting go of this fear, because it's like disappointing someone feels very hard. But you have to realize it's gonna be a lot harsher if you disappoint yourself, because long after you feel like, oh, I would have disappointed this person if I didn't do this. I mean, not being morbid, but eventually they will be gone, and what you're going to be left with is you. And how you disappointed yourself by not doing what you wanted to do. Because people always either come around, show true colors, whatever they're going to do throughout their life. But if you don't follow what you want, you're the one living with it every day. They're not going to care. They're not going to care how unhappy and depressed you are. I mean, look at how freaking unhappy this person is. Like, if she doesn't even want to show her face. But, it's like tied up, so unhappy. It's like, and the thing is, if you don't plant your feet in the ground in what you want, you're creating the roots in what they want, and you're not going to be able to dig yourself out. So, my amethysts. All that we read for you, amethyst, especially Smokey Amethyst over here, all about clearing out some negative emotions. Because that's smoky energy. Amethyst is very calming. It is something that's very soothing. It is something that people talk about with depression and anxiety and being a healing stone. It's also connected very highly to intuition, to our gifts, our creativity, trusting yourself, and following your guides when you feel like you can't. This is also going through different stages of awakening, which obviously if you guys are going through that bittersweet ending energy, it's like you need to be able to work through the pain and process, which this will help. It helps with clarity and processing these emotions, but it also makes it to where the calm energy is soothing. It's not like abrupt and it's like takes over. It like makes it stay where it's digestible. So that is my amethyst group. Let's go to my final ones, which were the ones that could not decide who or what the heck was going on with them, which were my my pyrites and where am I going to put you? You guys can't even decide where you want to go. He's going to stay over here. We got Pyrite and Carnelian. You guys were very very indecisive group over here. So let's see what's going on. How are you guys gonna step into your power? What's going on? Did I hit the camera? Sorry about that. So let's see. For my Pyrite Carnelians, what's going on with you guys? I swear if there's a lot of messages in here for you people. We have flying. Arise and see a higher point of view. I literally feel for some of you this is traveling. Like literally the reason why you're having a hard time getting into this energy is because you're supposed to be going somewhere else, or you're waiting to go somewhere else, and that's what's taking up all your mind. It's like you're not really able to see around it because you're really wanting to be somewhere else. Whether that's visiting people or moving to a new location, wanting to set up shop, so to speak, in a different area, maybe go to a different country. There's just something here where it's like up by kind of like energy, very rapid energy. This is also learning how to express. This could be literally words flying out of your mouth. Could be words of anger coming out of your mouth. This right here is trying to show you, like, yes, you want to spew this verbiage out at people, but pause for a minute, become objective, pull yourself back, and look from different points of view. Because this is not saying by any means that your feelings are not valid, that you should not express yourself. This is saying, how are you choosing to respond? How are you choosing to spend your energy? And are you repeating cycles? Because for this group, I feel like why you're having trouble like stepping fully into your power, I feel like some of you might be sort of in it, which is why there's this weird back and forth between this Pyrite and Carnelian. It's like some of you are kind of in it. Some of you are kind of new to it. And it's like you're learning and you're like, things are happening differently. Some are happening very rapidly. But you're learning how to work with this new thing. Now, you have to remember, just because you're learning how to express yourself, especially if you've always repressed that side of yourself, you still have to think. Just because by all means, be super proud of yourself for finally speaking your truth and being honest and authentic. But at the same time, don't start going towards the path where you are belligerently hurting people. Because you're like, I have my voice and I'm speaking, and now everyone needs to hear it. It's like, pull back and use some of that wisdom you gained while you were quiet. And remember how you feel. Like, you need to look both ways. Like, and it's not about being the bigger person. It's about choosing to stay authentic to you. Or choosing to, change one part of yourself and then fall into a different negative habit. It's like this, you're not supposed to exchange a good and a bad habit. It's like keep growing and moving forward, not exchange. Like, exchange of energy is supposed to be like, good kind of thing. Don't like go and get a new like upgrade and then like get some dusty broken thing and add it in too. It's like, we don't want to work with that. So let's see. You guys also have ceremony. Honor how far you've come. Like I said, for some of you, I really feel like you're traveling, and it could be to a literal ceremony, like a graduation. It could be a marriage. For some of you, I really hope it's not a funeral. But there's definitely something that is, something happened that unlocked your voice, and it has something to do with this, and you're having to realize you came a long way in order to do this, and this was part of the thing that pushed it along. This could also be you being part of a ceremony as well, not just attending it. This could also be you just doing something that would be considered like a ritual, a ceremony, intention setting, something like that, that would actually benefit you in helping you realize that you've overcome a lot and you need to pull yourself back and actually look at what you've done, so you quit falling into this place and feeling like you don't have anything. Because that's what's happening over and over again, it seems, for you guys. You have You have Doctor, heal thyself with everything flowing up to the heavens over here. Quite literally. Like I said, I feel some of you, for some reason, there's traveling. And we have ceremony, we have Doctor. Like I said, I really hope for some of you this isn't a sick family member or someone that you're very close to. If it is, all my prayers that it turns out for the best, and if not, for your healing. But this energy is connecting through these cards. If you're looking at how the swirl actually moves over from her dress into her, it's like both of their dresses are connected. Whatever this is, having heal thyself in here is like you're going to have to be the one to heal yourself through this, no matter what you are working towards. And if you've been working on healing yourself, it's like honor how far you've come. Like, don't just like throw everything you've done under the bus because you're comparing it to other people. Especially if the healing you've been doing is seeing a doctor or a therapist, a psychologist, and you're thinking other people aren't doing what you're doing and they're doing better. People are never going to share their full story. That's just how people are. They're going to walk out and be like, oh, like, you know, I'm better. I went through this, that, and the other thing, and now I'm very healthy in all these areas of my life and things are great. They went through shit, okay? No matter what way they did, they went through shit. And if you're doing this, don't be ashamed. You're doing the work you need to in order for you to flourish, and that's what's important. Family. Like I said, I'm really hoping for you guys that, like, it could be why there's two very separate things, because this energy that I keep feeling with traveling to something like this is very heavy energy, and it's like it wouldn't be the same. It's almost like the way, and I know this is like very heavy, but some of us learn to step into our true authentic selves when we go through very, very harsh things, very heartbreaking things that we feel that we're gonna fall apart and never recover from. And having this energy sitting here and feeling so heavy with this travel energy, I mean, this could also, you know, be the opposite of, you know, that happening for family members. This could also be someone having a baby, where life leaves the world, life enters the world. So this could actually be traveling to meet a new addition, or possibly people traveling to you, because this is what's happening. But there's definitely something here between doctor and family, and something that's very precious, because ceremony isn't just any kind of get together. It's not just a party. It's something that has meaning. And you guys have dog. Be your own best friend. I really hope it's not a family dog for some of you guys, because, I mean, I was an animal nurse, and I have been present during euthanasias with grieving families and helping them, and it is really hard, and my heart really goes out to you if that's the case specifically right now, because that is very specific. But this is also realizing by doing all this that you can really count on yourself. Because being your own best friend is learning to love yourself the way you'd love a best friend. And in that, you actually learn your power because you are loving yourself through some of the harshest times, which brings you a lot. And then we have email. Be mindful of the messages you send. Okay, quite a few things for this too. For those of you that aren't sure, like this is bringing up some deep fears for you where you're like, wait, I haven't talked to this person in a while. And maybe the last thing you said wasn't that great. You might want to talk. You might want to say something. Like this, see a higher point of view is probably saying you're not going to want to be left with regrets. So if you do have someone that you know things like this are going on with and the last time you guys talked was not the best, this could literally be trying to show you that the way that you're finally going to understand and step more into your authentic power is by being the person who actually says something and breaks a cycle of regret. For others, this is definitely you being very hard on yourself. And like I said, be your own best friend. Love yourself the way you would love someone else completely, that you consider your best friend. Because if you're not doing that and what messages you're sending yourself are very harmful, you're basically killing off a part of yourself. You're not honoring yourself or healing. But also this could be, this could also be if there is going to be a baby introduced into the family, you might want to be careful who you're telling about it. Just saying. You want to make sure you're telling the people that are actually going to be happy about it, because you don't want extra stress on the baby and the mama. Whoever the baby and mama is. So don't announce it to the world. For any of this, I would say don't announce it to the world. Let it be more of a private matter and go through it and feel through it how you need to. So let's see. See, I told you guys that there was going to be a lot in this group. Okay, then. First thing out is we have Chariot. Like I said, some of you are literally going somewhere. No, they're I don't know how else to put it. For some of you, literally you're going somewhere. And very quickly. Physically, you are getting up and going somewhere quickly. Now, this isn't moving. I don't feel like this is a moving thing. This is a travel thing where it happens very rapidly, suddenly. Just you need to make the decision and you do it. Some of you, it's taking the action you need to actually do these things. Because it's almost like time is so valuable, and you guys are coming into all these realizations of how valuable it actually is and how important it is to act when your art, you guys might be artists, when your heart pulls you to act instead of saying I can do that later. This is trying to teach you open up and act when your heart feels it. When your intuition pulls you, act on it. Trust it. And you guys have the Five of Cups. Yeah, some of you definitely are going to be very brokenhearted about having to move forward and leaving things behind. This cup's completely broken and shattered. This isn't a punishment to you guys. Some of you, it's really going to feel that way because this is a very deep connection, and that's why you're rushing to be there. But because I think this progressed whatever this is, very rapidly, because it seemed like things were okay, but then things just started slowly breaking faster and faster till it got to the point where everything just broke. And this was very unexpected. Or it is very unexpected. It will be very unexpected. There's just that kind of energy here. Also, this is heavy emotional pain. And realizing you're having to turn and keep going even though you've been through this. It's like you can't stop walking. You have to keep going forward. But please honor your emotions, guys. Don't bury them. It will hurt so much more. And you guys have the Six of Swords reversed. You guys definitely are going to be feeling some heavy pain. If this hasn't already happened, I mean, because this seems like energy that's going to happen, but if it's already happened for you and you're like in the process and you feel like you just can't pull yourself out of it. You're in this place where it's too painful and you literally can't move. You feel frozen. Allow yourself to go to the doctor. Allow yourself to get help instead of suffering in silence by yourself and just drowning in this energy. There's no shame in asking for help when things hit us harsh. We are human. We need people to help us. We can't do everything by ourselves. So if this has already happened for you and you're feeling like you can't do anything, you're frozen, like you literally cannot move, either ask someone you trust to call a doctor for you, a therapist, whatever you need, or go online. Like I said, you guys had the email card. Go online and find an online therapist to at least get you started, because there's a lot of those now with how everything's gone online. And you guys really, it's like if you're that stuck and you can't find a way out, don't be afraid to ask others to help you. And you have the High Priestess here. Some of you, there's a few different things here. Okay. For one, some of you might have not known about this, which is upsetting to you, because it was almost like secrets were kept. For others of you, you had a feeling. Like you had a big feeling, like your intuition was telling you big time, whichever one of these applied to you, because I know there was multiple different ones in here, whichever one applied to you, some of you really had your intuition going crazy, your dreams going crazy, just your subconscious on overload, like constantly telling you like this is what was going on. And even if people weren't telling you anything, you already knew. For others, people didn't know, and you were probably saying this was going on and no one believed you, and people are going to be in shock. But you're not going to be in this place of I told you so. You're going to be in this place of wanting to heal, because you've already been getting bombarded with all of this for a while. Because it started for you. You went through this pain of feeling stuck and trying to come out and understand the knowledge you have now. For others of you, it's going to be really hard for you to trust some of your family if they kept this a secret from you. And you have the Page of Cups reversed. Like I said, if this was kept from you, you're going to have a hard time trusting this energy. Because having the be your own best friend thing here and having this reversed is pretty much like, I'm not gonna take anything you guys say to me as the truth. Like, you're gonna literally be like, I'm the only one I can actually trust. Because obviously you guys aren't gonna be upfront with me, and you're gonna deny them trying to come back and reconcile things. But for others of you, this is literally you denying help when you need help. You're not being good to yourself by denying yourself help. And for those of you that this really is a family animal, and people kind of look down on, like, oh, like getting therapy for going through, like, you know, an animal going through this with a family animal, tell them to, like, kiss your ass, or they can kiss someone else's ass, because losing anything you care about that you love on such a deep level has an effect. It doesn't matter how other people feel or how disconnected they are or their connection. You have a personal connection, and if you need help, don't deny yourself because other people are saying, oh, you don't need it. Just because they don't need it and they're repressing their shit does not mean that you need to do the same thing and hurt yourself. Let them be on their bullshit by themselves. And then bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups reversed. There is a lot of pain in this group. Because this is like, you're needing to let go of this. It's really sad. Like, you guys are, like, in this energy of, like, like, you stepping into your power is needing to let go of this huge pain. And that's why you feel lost, is like, how am I supposed to be in this when, like, stepping into this energy group when I'm like this? And no one is in their power 100% of the time. Just because you randomly step into it at points in your life doesn't mean you stay there. We dip, we ebb and flow. There's nothing wrong I cannot talk. There's nothing wrong with you for needing to step back and collect yourself, especially when you've been shattered. Like, you need to be able to pull back, take care of you instead of offering to other people. Some people are being downright selfish with this, and you're seeing people for who they are, and it's hurting you even more because you're seeing where people truly are instead of being blinded to it. But let's see what comes out in the deck for you guys, because this is pretty heavy. Okay, so you guys have the bittersweet endings also. Dude, this pile's just making me sad, man. Because I feel like this bittersweet end is, like, literally like an end. Because you guys are very heavy. And I feel like it's bitter, of course, because it's painful. But the sweet thing is, more than likely, this is, like, the ending is because suffering. You guys are in some heavy energy right now. Don't ignore what your heart's wanting you to do, guys. If you're wanting to reach out, if you're wanting to talk to somebody, if you're wanting to get help, if you're really feeling like, you know, you need to do something, like, don't stifle yourself. Be honest with yourself and what you need. It doesn't matter what other people are saying. So you are worthy because you exist. this is a number 6. You have the 6 of Swords and the 6 of Cups. If you're feeling that losing this could be you losing someone that was the only person that made you feel worthy of being alive. And you need to know that just because you're here makes you worthy. As much as this might hurt, it doesn't make you any less worthy. You guys, honestly, like, this is really fucking heavy energy. I'm starting to tear up. So, and you have honor your boundaries. Like I said, guys, if you need to talk to someone else and people are not, like, honoring the fact that you need help, not listening to you, fuck them. Seriously. Like, you going through this and being in such a dark place, your peace is not worth other people's ego. Like, seriously. Like, this is really fucked up if people are telling you not to get help because it's a weak thing to do and you're suffering like this. This is a whole lot about honoring yourself first and being your own friend. And bottom of the deck, you have express your sensuality. For some of you, either in your relationships or the reason why you won't get in relationships is this. You can't move from this pain. You can't express yourself. Like, literally, you guys need help. When you have sensuality blocked off, that's your sacral. That's your creation. That's you being able to express emotion. That's feeling worthy. Like, this energy right here is like, if you can't express yourself, and sensuality isn't just going around having sex. That's not what sensuality is, even though that's what people think. Sensuality is being at peace in your body and loving your body. Like, that sensual feeling is just feeling like you're a walking goddess. Whether you're a male or a female, it doesn't really fucking matter. It's like being that at home and feeling worthy and like being at one with your heart and honoring yourself. All of that energy is inside your sacral. And if you're not able to express any of that, and it's because people are telling you you're weak, it's just adding to it. Like, seriously, these people can fuck off. Don't let people tell you what to do with your emotional, mental, physical, or spiritual health. You know how you feel. They're not in your body. So you guys had all 3 of these want to come out together. Okay, so all of yours wanted to come out pretty damn fast. These literally jumped out together. So we have Enchanted Forest, Attachment, and Ocean of Eternal Love. Enchanted Forest is a bunch of mystery and magic and excitement, and I feel like this is showing what has happened. This is very beautiful energy, and I can see why all this pain's here if whatever this is had to end. Because this is very beautiful energy to have. Going into attachment is like having to let go of it. You're having to let go of all this beautiful energy and having so much fear. And then restricting yourself. Like, you're literally restricting yourself. You're not allowing yourself to express. You're not allowing yourself to be vulnerable and have emotions. It's like, it's progressing and saying, like, being stuck in this place when there's this blue flame, this, like, this soul. This ocean of eternal love, is healing, creativity, and fertility. I honestly feel, like I was saying, when life leaves, life enters, I feel like there is going to be a balance that happens here. Because there's so much back and forth about fertility, and there's just a lot of back and forth between the loss and then fertility. It's like it's going, or some of you could be having a miscarriage, and I'm very sorry about that too. But there's healing that's coming from this, guys. It doesn't seem that way now with how this energy is, but there is healing. This being true to your heart, finally allowing yourself to go get some help if you need it because you've been stuck. It's like pulling yourself out of it, getting some clarity about how this isn't your fault. For some of you, literally feel it's your fault, or that you could have done something, or you should have done more, or you should have been more present. Like, there's a lot to unpack here. But by doing this, you start gaining freedom and a solution to what you need, or just an answer to all these questions you have. So you can finally start moving forward, because you have winter's end with this regeneration and rebirth and positive outcome. This energy coming out with you're worthy just because you exist is like you understanding that yes, they taught you self-worth, and this energy might not be around physically anymore, but it lives on in you realizing that you're worthy of it. Just be careful, because there is this temptress energy here. This, like I said, there could be things where people are keeping secrets, because we got deceit over here too. Some of you could just be very hurt because there was a promise that was broken, something that was supposed to be kept. It could be anything, to be honest with you, with how deep this situation is here. But it could also be having to do with your own boundaries. Like, there was something, a promise that was broken when it came to boundaries that you put down for yourself, and someone just completely not caring. This could also be possibly, you guys just have a lot of heavy messages coming out here. For some of you, with that express your sensuality, it could be you breaking free of a situation, because there was, like, ceremony could have been marriage, there could have been cheating, and that's happening. Like, there is so much in here for this group that it's like, it's not that you lack power, it's that you're going through a huge moment of pain where you're having to, like, heal this gaping wound, and then at the same time be told by people that you thought, like, cared about you, that you're weak. And then we have this guy that has angel wings over here with a hidden gift that says sadness, an ending, a new beginning. And bottom of the deck for you guys, we have the dream. Something is revealed, insight, and breakthrough. There is definitely a lot of heavy shit in this pile. But it's not saying that it will never end. If anything, it's saying if people are telling you it's not, and that you're being over emotional or whatever, it's pretty much like putting up boundaries with those people and doing what you need to do to help yourself. Because they're not in your body. They don't know what you're going through. No matter what level this happened on, if people aren't in your shoes, they're not going to know how you feel. And then we have move. Barnacles only grow on a docked ship. I literally said some of you are like not like a move, but like you're going to be traveling, or this is literally like movement, traveling type thing. This isn't like moving to a location. This is traveling, because this talking about a docked ship, it would be like, you know, you're pulling the anchor up and you're moving. You're doing something. You're finally starting to take action on something. It could be the move could be actually sending the message, because you guys did have that email energy where it was the message that could have been the first energy that changes. And we got self-care. Drowning doesn't always require water. Coming out with Doctor and the Six of Swords reversed, which the Six of Swords is usually a person on a boat pushing the boat over some water, sailing to calmer shores, and you guys have it reversed where you're stuck here. This is literally the drowning that happens that doesn't require water. It's when you're stuck in your mind and the pain. And having this rise above, like, is literally like come up for air. It's trying so hard. And we have wild. Believe in your otherworldly beauty. Dance with the waves and drink in the sunshine. This is believing that what is under your pain is worth going through. Like, you know, you're worthy because you exist. It's knowing that that beauty that lies underneath this pain is worth you working through this and getting outside help, no matter what other people are saying. You need to go your own way with this. You need to understand that this is your journey. This isn't them and how they're dealing with it. Also, some of you could really benefit from being in the sun, because that would actually give some of those chemicals that your body needs. Don't stay out there so long you get sunburned, though. I feel like you guys might be kind of like in a daze a little bit with this because of where you are. Make sure you're drinking. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves, because this is really heavy. It's very easy for you guys to like fall into this state of depression where you just don't take care of yourselves, and that's why it's important to seek outside help, especially if the people around you aren't being there for you the same way you be there for them. And that's something else, like, you know, broken promise, like, you know, I'll always be there for you. Well, where the fuck are you when I'm going through this? Just because, like, I'm not all sunshine and rainbows right now, you're like, okay, well, you deal with this and I'll come back. Like, you need to realize that people are doing that. Like, you need to create a boundary and be like, you know, fuck you. You left me in my dark time. You need to get on somewhere. Because more than likely, you did not abandon them in their dark times. And this is going to teach you your worth, too. Like, that could be some of the other endings, is like you going through shit, and then people just drop you, and then as soon as you're doing better, they come back. It's like going, oh, hell no. You're not going to come back and do this to me after I went through all my dark shit, and you just bounced on me. Like, bottom of the deck, we have change. Come on. Know when to move into a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. Okay, I think that just summed up what I just said. But this is also speaking to, you guys are growing. And what you went into this with before it happened, you're not going to come out with the same thing. You're going to be a lot different. And whatever you choose to do after this growth, whatever direction you feel you want to go in, honor yourself, follow your heart, and work on your healing. Heal yourself first. Honor yourself first. Because you guys are worth it. But, like I said, there were 2 crystals for this group. One are Pyrite. That is confidence. It is abundance. Creativity. And abundance can be fertility. It's like that Empress energy. This also has a very mirroring effect, as well as having the hematite. So helping with negative emotions, being able to ground yourself while going through chaos, being able to soothe chaotic environments. This also can mean, for some of you, money actually coming into, especially if you're worried about some of these things and how it's going to affect your financial situation. This is like, you know, abundance in all areas coming in. And Carnelian, this is sacral chakra. This right here is the womb of creation. It's the place where all of our emotions are. It's where we store very painful memories and traumas. And it's also where a lot of our heartbreak is. This feeling of worth, and my cat's screaming at the door. This feeling of worth that comes from this, and it giving you that boost to start moving, to start clearing out what's stuck. This can also, I don't know why I'm, stop. I don't know why I'm hearing menstrual cycles, but literally, for some of you, it could either be very painful ones, could be a sign of something that, you know, I've said multiple things in here, or it could be missing them, could be a sign of something. But that's coming through, seeing these reds in here. Also, having this orange and also this very light peach in here as well really speaks about mothering energy, very nurturing energy, protection. Also, for some of you, if you do have passed on loved ones in whatever form, it's almost like this is letting you know they're still around you and that they want to see you heal and get better no matter what other people are saying, because they honestly are not happy with how you're being treated. This is also for being, you know, along with Pyrite, that confidence, being able to express yourself, be vulnerable, say your truth, and hold your boundaries, and realize that your worth, no matter what's going, like I said, just by existing, you're worthy. You don't need all of this other extra stuff, just you existing. But that's what I'm seeing for my Pyrite Carnelians. That was definitely not something I was expecting for this reading. But that's why I don't put expectations